Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod. For those of you who may not know, this is Slow Down. This is a personal project that I decided to facilitate over the summer. I wanted to make sure I ended the summer on a bang. You know what I'm saying? This is that bang. Alright, so boom. This is not the official first episode for this podcast. I'm gonna let y'all know now. This is episode 0. And as you can see from the title, this is Welcome to Slow Down. I wanted to get into that. Welcome to Slow Down was initially just supposed to be it's supposed to be a segment for me to get to know y'all, and for y'all to get to know me. I'm about to be talking about a lot of deep things in this podcast. We're going to cover a range of topics, from music to culture to maybe even business, and definitely, most importantly, advice, because that's what this whole thing is. Now, I'm not a perfect person, of course, so I can't give you the best advice in the world, but maybe just a think piece. You can use something to think. You know what I'm saying? All right, so bet. This is Slow Down. Welcome again to Slow Down. I know the world can be loud, it could be fast, it could be crazy, but I want everybody to take a second, stop what they're doing in their fast, incredibly busy lives, and just take 1 second to tap in to this podcast for as long as the episode is, for as long as the episode allows, and slow down. Take a break from the world. Put everything to the side. Pull up a chair. Put your AirPods in. Just listen. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to think of me as a brother, somebody you could turn to for advice or a think piece, somebody just to listen, hear it take. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be saying anything overly controversial in this, of course. Keep it respectful, keep it classy. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to make you think. That's my main goal for this podcast. I want to make sure that you think. I want to make sure that you don't leave this split. I want you to make sure that you do not leave this place the same as you came. Sorry about that. I lost myself. All right, bet. I'm going to keep it 100%. I'm abiding by these 3 rules for the entirety of the podcast. That's to keep it real. These are for me, of course. For me to you, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it rooted. And I'm going to keep it reflective. All right, let me get into that. So, boom. Number 1, keep it real. Respectfully, and as people who actually know me, they know I could be brutally honest. I'm going to keep it brutally honest. I don't plan on changing not a thing. Not one thing. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100% with you. Why? Because if I was somebody who came to me for advice, I want them to keep it real. The uncut truth. The simple, plain truth. I don't want you overthinking it, taking it in a different way, overthinking it 6 ways to Sunday. I want to keep it 100% real with you. If I'm not authentic here in this space, there's no reason why you tap into the next episode, into the start of this podcast. Absolutely no reason. And honestly, I would not hold it against you. Can't blame you, because if you can sense somebody being fake, why would you want to be around that person? Why would you want to be in the same place as that person? Listen to what that person has to say. Hence, keeping it real. Now, keeping it rooted, that one's a little bit more deep. That's a bit deeper for the podcast. Keeping it rooted means I'm going to be speaking to you simply from who I am as a person. And as a person, I come from a place of love. Only love. Not hate, not someone who entertains a lot of things they should not be entertaining, but simply from love. I'm speaking to you from a place of love. I want you to come into this place and not feel judged. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, this is a 2-way dialogue. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear y'all, but y'all can hear me. But I'm simply speaking from a place of love. This podcast was formed from a place of love, so that, you on the other side could feel that, maybe somebody is going through the same things that I am. Someone did go through the same things, or I'm about to go through these things and someone has gone through them. I could take it as, a blueprint for that part of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to keep it rooted. And I'm going to be sharing from personal experience. Now, what I want y'all to do with that, do not do with that as you will. That does not mean I want y'all to get up here judging me. I'm not a perfect person. I knew that coming into this. 100% not a perfect person, and I never claim to be. Never can claim to be. Never will be. I try my best, but at the end of the day, I'm still human. I'm still like, yo, so come on now. As much as y'all gonna be listening to me, I expect some grace. Now, that does not mean, like I said, I'm gonna be saying anything overly crazy, anything overly controversial. I'm gonna still keep it respectful. But just give me grace. Now, keep it reflective. Like I said before, I want you, the person on the other side of the screen, I want to make sure that you take something from this. Do not leave here the same way that you came. You know what I'm saying? I know maybe you hear all the time, if you go to church, regardless of what you believe in, whether you step into that holy place. I personally believe in God, and I hear a pastor say it to me all the time. I do not want you to leave this space the same way that you came. And that is my intention for this podcast. Coming into this, I want to make sure that everyone gets something. And it may not be in this episode. It may not be in episode 1. It may not be in episode 0. It may not be even in episode 5. But it may be in episode 9. You might gain something into the last stages of this podcast. That might just be for one person. Now, maybe one person will gain something from episode 0. Maybe one person will gain something from episode 1. I don't know. I'm going to be doing Q&As, but it's like, until I do those, I'm going to have no idea where y'all are and if y'all are rocking with this or not. See what I'm saying? But I want to make sure you take something from this, because if you not take anything from it, then that means I'm not doing this right. And of course, I'm over analyzing this podcast each and every single day that I step up, that I wake out, that I wake up, that I wake up and step out of my bed. I'm over analyzing this podcast. This one episode, I'm gonna keep it a whole being. This is my 3rd time recording this whole thing. I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. This is my 3rd time recording this whole thing because I felt like it just wasn't right. So I took that time to reflect. What did I do wrong? What do I want to improve? You know what I'm saying? And now we back. And hopefully this is the final version. This is the final version. I'm not recording this again because I know this one is the one. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to get into what this is specifically. All right. Slow down. And maybe I mentioned it before. I'm not entirely sure. Side note, I do go off on tangents, but we'll cover that later in the podcast. I'm going to keep it simple for episode 0. I don't want y'all to get tired of me. Yeah. All right. Stay with me. I created Slow Down, as I said before, as a space for people that do. And this varies from people who do, to people who dare, to people who create, to people who influence. This is y'all's stop to put your lives in park, your fast lives in park, because I know with all that doing comes burnout, comes exhaustion, comes feelings of depression, feelings like you're not worthy of where you're at or where you're going to be or where you're trying to get to right now. This is your place. This is for you. And this is for you. And this is also for you and for you. All right. This is your place to chill, to relax, to slow down, because I know I suffered from this. I'm not going to go into that. We're going to cover that later. Like I said, this is the intro, but I've been there. And I know the only reason I'm back here is because I had helping hands, people that were willing to come out and, let me know that, it does get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here. I'm doing the same thing for you. Passing the same thing on that those people in my life gave me. I'm going to pass it on to you, because I don't know if you need it, but maybe you are about to need it. And if you're about to need it, I showed up at the right time. Merch. All right, bet. Why do I think you should tap in? That's what I feel like is most important. Like, that's the key topic I hit over here. I feel like you should tap in as a viewer, as a listener, whether it's viewing or listening. I feel like you should tap in simply because it's a new perspective. It's a fresh perspective. You know what I'm saying? I know most of my inspiration comes from podcasts that I listen to. Most of the way I think comes from podcasts and books that I read and things that I do. You know what I'm saying? People that I listen to. People have been a constant source of inspiration for me. And I feel like maybe I could be a source of inspiration for somebody else on the other side. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm speaking too big. Maybe I can influence somebody. Who knows? That's not the goal here. I'm here not just to talk, but to make sure you get something. You know what I'm saying? So tapping in may lead you to gain something, gain a word that maybe you were looking for, maybe that you were looking forward to, or maybe that you will need in a few days, months, years down the timeline. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that, and I'm going to hammer on this, as I've been hammering on this within the maybe how long we at? In the 10 minutes that we in this episode, I'm a hammer on this. I want to make sure nobody comes to this podcast and leaves the exact same way as they came in. Because one thing I would hate to do is waste your time. I know better than anybody, better than a whole lot of people. And I have respect for your time. I do not want to waste your time. If you feel like I'm wasting your time, click off. It's not for you. Find somebody to do with your time. Maybe you can tap back into this at a later date. But at this time, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Simple as that. But if this is, you decide to listen in, you decide to give me that time, I appreciate you. Thank you for trusting me with your time. Thank you for feeling I was trustworthy with your time. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. If I'm wasting your time, then I need to also go back and revisit what I'm doing. Think back on what I'm doing, how I can change, because that's what life is. Life is taking something that you want to do, acting on that, and reframing it simply because it didn't work out. If it doesn't work out, that doesn't mean I give up. If this podcast don't work out, that doesn't mean I give up. That means I take feedback from the people, or maybe constructive criticism on what I could have done better from actual speakers. You know what I'm saying? People that have done this line of work, this industry before, you know what I'm saying? People that have done this before, I could take feedback from, use it to build myself back up, you know, go back to the drawing board, draw a new plan, come back to the board, talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that makes sense. I don't want it to be like, I talk, you listen, you get nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would hate. So, tap in if you want a fresh new perspective on life. Maybe a perspective that you've been waiting for, or a perspective that just seems new to you, or that maybe you're curious. You know what I'm saying? If you want to tap in, then tap in. For those reasons, of course. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like something that I said could possibly help another person in your life, share it. Share the message. Why not? Because I do it with my people all the time. I know a lot of people do it when it's like sharing reels to your friends, sharing TikToks to your friends, if you find something funny. But if you also find a word where you feel people can become a better version of themselves by listening to it, share the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, life isn't just games that we play with our friends. Life is building strategic relationships and listening to strategic advice on how to move, how to act, how to relate to other people. Because I think one of the most important skills that somebody can learn in this life is how to relate with another person, how to understand another person. Because especially in today's day and age, we need a lot of that. Understanding, grace, and love. That's what a lot of us need. Maybe you've been seeing all the things that are happening in this world, but that's why we're here. We're here to learn from each other, here to grow from one another, and we're here to slow down. We're here to take it easy. You know what I'm saying? We want everything that's promised for us. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of you listening to me have high aspirations for your life. I know that 100%. And I wouldn't want nobody listening to me here to end up somewhere they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So maybe something I say could help you on that track to become the best version of yourself. I don't know. Once again, I'm not going to speak at a turn or precociously. I wouldn't want to, make it seem like I feel like I'm bigger than I am. But I hope that something I say could help. Simple as that. With that, I feel like I've taken enough of your time. I think on a B-roll, second angle, we about 14 minutes in. So I'm going to call it a wrap here. I'm going to see y'all in episode 1. Thank you for tapping in if you did. If you did, I appreciate you. I love you. Like I said before, I'm going to say that a lot because I have mad love for a lot of people. Like, if you tapped into this, you supported, even in a small way, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for entrusting me with your time. So I'm saying, as you go back into this crazy, crazy world, this crazy fast world, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to slow down. This been me. This is D. I'm out. We out. Enjoy the rest of your week or your weekend. Slow down.